Our first music guest is a multi-talented 14-year-old Gabrielle who's currently harnessing her skills as a singer, actor, model and dancer. Gabrielle has recently dropped her debut single that aims to address the serious issue of bullying called Nasty. And she joins me now on Zoom to tell us more about this song that she says was written using her own personal experiences as material. Very good morning to you, Gabrielle. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Good to have you. Now tell us more about yourself, Gabrielle, and the moment you knew that music is something that you're good at and want to pursue.
So ever since I was younger, I've always enjoyed performing. But when I was in grade 4, my mom got an Annie audition on Facebook, and it was just like, something random that popped up, and she showed me the audition and she was like, would you like to go? And at the time I'd never auditioned for anything before, but I was so eager to get myself on stage. So I told my mom, okay, let's go and audition. So from there, I landed the role of Annie at People's Theatre for that audition. And, after I landed the role, everything just grew into something bigger, so I started to audition for more things. I got a vocal coach. I auditioned for iArts Africa, which actually opened a portal for me to do my song because, they have a lot of songwriting lessons and, advice on how to write songs. And so I attended some of those lessons, and that's what actually gave me inspiration to write my own song.
Okay, and how would you describe the type of artist that you are and the music that you produce?
I would describe the kind of artist I am as open to learning new things. I don't want to only stick to one genre. I'm actually classically trained, and so pop is something a little bit new to me, but it's always going to be something that I've realized is very big in the entertainment industry, and that's the reason I decided to write a pop song. Okay. I want my music to be different every time. I want it to be something that can touch several lives, and I want the message to be different, every time, to relate to different topics that we face in our everyday lives.
Okay, now speak to us about what inspires you and the music that you write, Gabrielle.
What inspires me is seeing other artists, also pursuing their dream, because, when I see other artists who just started out in the music industry, it inspires me to better myself because, I understand what it was like to just begin and to not know a lot about the industry. And what inspires my music is daily events that happen in my life. I've been bullied since grade 4, and that's actually what inspired me to write my song. So what actually inspires me to write my music is situations that's happened in my life that have impacted me emotionally. And so I write my songs about, things in my everyday life that affects me and, what I would like the outcome of those things to be.
Yeah, and your debut single called Nasty, just in your own words, tell us about what this song is all about and why you wrote it.
So during lockdown level 5, I had just moved to a new school. So I hadn't actually met any of my classmates. Everything was online. And so my classmates judged me off my Instagram because my Instagram is a professional account and I post, what I've done in acting, singing, dancing, modeling. It's just a page on, what I've done. And they judged me off my page thinking that I was bragging by posting all of this stuff. And my song is actually about that happening, like people just judging me off a picture. And the message in my song, I would like to say that we need to stick together. We need to stop bringing each other down, and we need to be more supportive of each other because, bringing each other down is something that can really affect people emotionally, and bullying someone can really affect their self-image. And so we need to stop bullying each other, and we need to just be kind to one another and support each other.
I mean, bullying is so wrong, Gabrielle, in so many levels. So how did you deal with it? Did you seek any professional help?
The way I deal with my bullying was I told my mom about it, I told my dad about it. And, I also just looked at the bully, I thought about their situation at home, why are they so insecure about themselves? Why are they taking out all this hate on me? And another way that I dealt with it was to address the bully and just tell them, this is not okay. You need to stop with your nonsense. And I took it to someone that could actually make them stop because, keeping quiet about these problems will not make it go away. And the only way I feel can properly, stop bullying is by taking that bully to the principal to get a warning. And the principal will be like, if you do this again, you're leaving the school. They need to get proper warnings and proper like, respect instilled in them, because it's so inappropriate to bully people. And there's is a height of feeling like you are better than someone else and that you are able to bully them. It's disgusting to me. So that's how I deal with it.
So what are you hoping this song would do, considering all the recent stories about bullying we've been seeing on the news and on social media platforms, and especially Lufuno lost her life as a result of bullying?
Lufuno's story really touched my heart. It really changed me in a better way, and it really made me really see what bullies are made of, and how entitled they feel over other people's lives. And so the message I would like to get my song across is just to touch someone's life who is being bullied. Anyone, just one person would be enough for me. And as long as my song inspires them to speak up about what's happening in their lives, that's all that matters.
Now, take us through the process of making this song, Gabrielle. As a teenager, that's only starting up now. How was it like?
It was actually really awesome. Like I said, I had been attending songwriting courses where they gave you tips on how to write songs. And from there, I was like, okay, let's start writing a song. And that was during lockdown level 4, when we couldn't travel yet. And so I wrote my song, and I did several Zoom calls with my producer, Gino Lee. And we were just working on the backtrack, trying to figure out some ideas. And during lockdown level 2 or 3, when the travel ban got lifted, then I traveled to Port Elizabeth to record my song.
Now that the single is out, what else are you working on?
I am hopefully going to be releasing 7 songs by September.
Okay.
I'm also working on my next song. My music video is coming out next week, so I'm also working on that. It's coming out on the 7th of May. So that's going to be super exciting. I'm working on my music video. It's coming out on the 7th of May, and I'm also working on other music and bettering my craft, because I'm also going to America in July, and then that's going to be super exciting.
Jeez, you're such a busy bee, and all the best, Gabrielle. Where do you see yourself musically in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would like my music to reach a broader audience. I just want to be, more well known by South Africans in general. Like if you ask somebody who's Gabrielle, they'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard one of her songs.
Yes.
I just want my name to be more well known and my music to spread over a bigger platform and to reach more lives.
Okay, and how do your fans connect with you?
My fans connect with me via Instagram, Facebook, in my DMs. I'll always respond to the correct DMs, I don't want to be responding to some, because there are a little bit of weirdos on Instagram.
Yeah,
we all know that,
yeah.
Some weirdos, but my fans connect with me via my comments, via my DMs on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, and I hope you'll still be juggling school and your music, because it's very important when a balancing act, hey?
Yes, definitely. School comes first and then my music, because I feel like without education, there's no future. And when you're not educated, people don't take you seriously.
Yes.
And that's why I always put school first in my music. Second.
Gabrielle, you're such a talented young lady, and all the best in your music and in all your endeavors. We do appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, have a good day now. There we go. That was 14-year-old Gabrielle. She's been speaking to us about her debut single that addresses the issue of bullying, titled Nasty.